Hey everyone, how's it going? Octopus here and welcome back to Union Cross. So, Moon Gem Challenge just dropped on Union Cross today. I'm going to do this on my free-to-play accounts with no Kairi EX, no Xion EX, because I don't own those medals, because it's not a 5 mercy pull. But anyways, before we jump into this, new fan arts. Well, not fan art, but new art from Kingdom Hearts. This is from Derps, looking amazing. I had to maximize it first, just because you can't really see when it's all the way down here, but it is beautiful. So yeah, if you guys don't know, in my Discord, I have an art channel. You guys can leave your art there, and I will put, present it. I will display it on my videos over here in the bottom. So anyways, let's jump into this and let's get into the Moon Gem. Again, this is my free-to-play account, so I'll be using free-to-play setup, obviously, meaning anything that's new, relevant, that people got before. Don't forget to get your 30 jewels every day. You don't actually have to fight the raid boss. I haven't been doing it. It's just way too much time. My party's been amazing at it. It's just I'm not there during my party's times. So anyways, 30 jewels in the rating every day. We're gonna do this. We're gonna get a Fantasia Mickey B. We're gonna get a Moon Gem and a Magic Mirror. Oh, Magic Mirrors are good, don't get me wrong, they're just everywhere. I want to see Magic Brooms where Magic Mirrors and Sids are, especially in Coliseum. But let's try to go for this. Hey guys, welcome to the same part of the video, but the next day. So, what ended up happening was my computer crashed. Everything went to shit. I lost a lot of my video recording. The second half of this video, the clipping went out, lost all the audio. Everything that could have went wrong. I tried upgrading my system to Windows 10, went to Windows 10. If didn't work at first, the update took 12 hours, then it came back in, and then it actually worked when I tried again, and it just started freezing. The whole system just started freezing. I had to reboot my computer by unplugging it, plugging it back in. The only way to make it turn back on, and then I downgraded back to Windows 7, and it's just been a hell of a day. I've lost an entire day of work and everything. So, what we're gonna do right now is I'm gonna jump into the quest with you guys. I don't know if the speaker's too loud. And I'm gonna show you what I actually have done. I would have released this last night, but again, I had everything crash on me. I'm surprised this is even working right now. After I do this video, upload it, I'm gonna nuke my computer and start all over. But without all that shitty news, I made a free-to-play setup, as you guys can see. No Kairi EX or no Xion EX, like I said I would, and I got one of the Blizzard Lord down. There's only one left. I'm going to talk about my strategy once I show you guys I finish this, because I'm not going to go through the whole thing. It took about 15 minutes, and I don't want to make the video longer than it already is. So what we're going to do here is just, I'm going to finish it off with you guys, and then I'm going to come back in, and I'm going to explain the entire fight to you. I just want to show you that I'm about to clear it, and there you go, guys. I finished it, so let's jump to the part where I'm going to show you my setup and everything. I'm going to let this play through, actually. I'm going to let it play through so you guys don't be like, oh, it's all photoshopped. So there you go. Everything completed. All 3 Mickey heads. It was a pain to do without defense boost to max. Without a defense boost max skill, it was just nearly impossible. I had to switch around so much. So let me talk about the setup. So this is the Blizzard Lord, fully completed. We just did it. My Keyblade doesn't matter. My medals kind of matter, but not at the same time. It doesn't really matter. You guys can get away with using a single hit medal instead of the Xion here. So use your Twilight Thorn. You guys don't have to do AoE damage. You can take away 1 HP bar per turn. Not 1 HP bar, sorry. You can take down 1 Blizzard Lord per battle, or whatever you guys mean. Just take down one of them and then deal with the other one. You don't have to do AoE damage for everything. But I'm going to do the exact setup I did here, explain it, and then go over it. So, obviously, you need a medal that takes away their defense buffs, the beginning guys. And the best way to do that, the spellcaster, the spellbook dudes, click on special over here, and all these medals over here have that thing. This one does Molly recovers HP, raises strength by 3 tiers for 3 attacks, and it removes target status effects. So you guys can use that, have a little boost there. It doesn't really matter as long as you have your own 0.2 Kairi or some kind of buffers. You need at least to buff yourself up to ×6. It doesn't have to be 0.2 Kairi. Just find a way to make your strength always constantly being buffed, especially copying it. I'll explain that in a second. But like I said, remove status of all effects of all targets. You guys want some form of this to get rid of the spellcaster ones. So that's why that medal's there. Nominee's here to copy my 0.2 Kairi, and that's because the Blizzard Lords, they actually decrease your attribute strength and your general strength. So I want my general strength to be up all the time. So what I'm going to do here is have 2 casts of 0.2 Kairi. You guys don't need to do that. You can probably just put in a ×3 buffer in here, like Illustrated Kairi or whatever your ×4 buffers are, if you got extra attack on some ×2 buffers. But you want some way to get your general defense up. General strength back up. I'm gonna explain that in the quest. And obviously, a heavy hitter here to do more with a heavy hitter and another heavy hitter. So last 3 medals are gonna be heavy hitters. Again, you don't have to use final boss Xion here. If you guys have a medal, so go to sort, put on 1 hit, even 2 to 4 hits you guys can manage, but 1 hit is the best. Click on Guilted, or you might not have Guilted, and put on actually, I'll put Guilted. But anyways, it doesn't have to be Guilted. If you guys can put Fantasia Mickey B's on 1-hit medal that you don't have fully Guilted, it's kind of good here. But you guys could use a Twilight Thorn and do every single turn. For the sake of this video, let me see. 4.25, 4.80 ×4. It's pretty much in the same general area. It's just you're going to have a longer time and you need to rely on more second chances on the beginning enemies because you got to take them out 1 at a time. There's no way to actually raise your defense here. And obviously, my Kingdom Hearts 2 Kairi is not needed. Your extra attack Dalmatian medal, any way you have to restore your SP. Be that Iago, be that Dalmatian medals. Any medal that says restore 4 SP is more than enough because the missing ache over here only has 9 SP. Mine's only plus at 13, just get that 3.00. That's only because that's my single hit medal. So, with the whole setup, I'm going to explain every single group and go through this. This was supposed to be up yesterday. I'm actually really ticked off about this. But at least I'm going to have this video up as soon as possible. This is just to show that you guys can still do anything without without Xion or Kairi EX. It's just you got to make some certain setups and you need to know the exact mechanics. Now, the main key thing here is a friend medal that does 1 hit. You guys can use Master Ava. I prefer Master Era, even though it's a power medal. It's that he over here, he buffs your upright strength by 1 every 2 turns. And because we're using our Vanitas here, we're going to copy him and he's going to give us ×1 and Vanitas can give us ×1. When it comes back around to his turn again, I'm going to have ×4 upright strength. And that turns out a lot better than using Master Ava. Now, Master Ava is the second best choice because she adds a defense boost to you, which lets you survive these attacks, and you don't need defense boost at all. But you need a stronger 1 or 2 or 3 hit medal to do this. So I'm gonna go with the strategy I did do. Master Era is the best one to do just because of that upright strength buff. It is the best buff in the game for upright medals. If you guys have reverse medals, obviously reverse buff. But this is how we're going to do it. Beginning enemies are straightforward. You can let everything fly here, especially if you have a way to restore your SP. If you don't want to use your Bell or in my case SDG-C to remove the buffs, you guys can do that too. Most likely you don't need to anyways. Just activate your buff medals, restore your SP if you wasted any SP, and then final boss Xion to finish all off. More than enough. And this is where I was talking about where you might need to rely on second chances on these beginning enemies, because if you are using a single hit medal, they're not all going to die right away, but your Master Era or your Master Ava is going to work out. So what I was talking about right here, guys, I have an extra attack on my SDG-C. You guys don't need that. You can use your 0.2 Kairi and then use SDG, but I have an extra attack on it, so I activate the spellcaster's buffs and then I remove it. Obviously, you guys can do this plus Nominate to help you survive all this, to get all the buffs, but the Nominate is not going to really help you during the Blizzard Lord fight. Nominate that copies the enemy's buffs. It's not going to help you during the last fight, and it's a waste of a medal after that. But right here is straightforward. Once you activate the buffs and then remove the buffs, you're in the clear to take these guys out in one shot. The next couple of groups is going to be where we have archers. Poison Archer, Paralysis Archer, and Sleep Archer. You don't necessarily need the pet rank for this. You guys can go with RNG or put some sleep resist if you're lucky, but having the proper pet rank really does help here. So that wasn't necessary there. That auto battle was a total mistake. So I'm going to just go for my double buffs here. You're supposed to skip. You're supposed to just tap on one of the dual Durandos there with SDG or your Bell or whatever and skip it. But in my case here, I got screwed over because of auto battle, but just make sure you don't raise those counters down. You just want to get rid of those archers first, and then your friend medal and your copycat medal gets rid of the rest. Easy. So the next group is a little bit more challenging than that because it has pretty much everything and the gargoyle, which is super effective here. Not super effective, but super strong. So again, cast your 0.2 Kairi. It's going to activate the spellcaster, the book dude down there. Everyone's going to get their buffs or whatever medal you're using to activate everyone. If you have to use Nova, but I'm going to save Nova for the final guy. Now we remove the buffs. and we're gonna go for our buffs ourselves. Now the archers aren't super strong, so you guys can get away with using both your 0.2 Kairi cast, but you're gonna end up getting put to sleep, so there's really no point. So I'm gonna skip my 0.2 Kairi and my SP restore medal. Again, you guys don't have to use Kairi there, the one that restores 10 SP. That kills all of them except for the paralysis one. It's a little bit more RNG, but you're gonna die regardless on this turn unless a defense boost activates against them. This is gonna wipe everyone out besides the gargoyle himself, but he is gonna do so much damage. If a defense boost doesn't activate, you die. Defense boost activates, we're in the clear. Damn it, I thought auto battle was on, I was gonna turn it off. So anyways, this point straightforward. Now we're gonna go into the last guy right there. As you guys saw, paralysis kicked in, which is pretty bad, but it's not that bad because we will wipe this guy out without an issue. Now it's the last one. I'm gonna explain the entire fight to you guys, so sit back, relax. It's gonna be a little bit long. It's very specific with what I did. This probably doesn't have to be done this way. I just want to show you the way I actually did it. And you saw me finish this boss, so I'm not going to fully complete it in front of you guys. I'm just going to let you know what I did. So, starting off, I do have an extra attack medal that removes the enemy's buffs. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to abuse that. You guys don't have to abuse it either, but it does help to focus on one guy and lower that one enemy's counter to make it different than the other one. And the reason I'm going to do that is so that I don't get debuffed at the same time, and that way my ×7 strength is constantly there. So now you see one is at 6 and one's at 4. After my final boss Xion here, I'm going to activate Era, and Era is going to be able to skip their counter. So they're going to stay at 4 and 2 until next turn, and that's very important. Now, I don't have Defense Boost 2 max on me. You guys should have Defense Boost 2 max on your SP Restore medal or some sort of medal on here. Defense Boost 2 max or Defense Boost 1 max is more than enough. It's constant and reliable. But because I don't have it on a certain medal, I brought in a medal with Defense Boost 2 and a medal with Defense Boost 4. That gives you so many more chances of a Defense Boost activating. So, these guys, every turn they restore about 70 HP bars, which you guys are about to see. He's gonna go to 177 and jump all the way back up to 212, so around 50. I died there because no defense boost, but that's where you want to make sure your second chances activate or your pet rank. But when I did this, no second chance actually activated. My defense boost kept going off, and again, if you have defense boost max, you're going to be even better than me because you're never going to die. So what I was trying to say here is that you want their counters to be different. So I'm going to not try to get killed here. So what I'm going to do is actually tap on the bigger dude, tap on the smaller dude that has less counters. So you want to make them less, but also pretty close. And I want my healer. So right here is going to let me survive the first hit. If defense boost activates, we're in the clear. We're in the clear. And then the second one over here, I'm going to activate it again. It would have been better if I probably tapped the first Blizzard guy and move his counters down now that I'm looking at it, but I'm trying to go off memory. So what's going to end up happening here is that I'm going to lose ×3 strength, which is fine. ×4 strength is more than enough. But the whole thing is that your buffs from Era and your final boss Xion carry over. So we're doing more damage than they're healing. So we're going to go down way further than we did before. Now the only issue I have here is that if defense boosts don't activate, my second chance is going to kill me. So I think I actually did the counter on their head wrong, but you guys can see we're doing more damage than we need. So we're going to get hit here double twice, defense boost activated. Against you have defense boost 2, you're in the clear. It's all RNG. It's a lot of RNG, but it will work eventually. So again, I want one of these guys to be less counter than the other one, but I don't want it to be where I can't activate. So 1, 2, 3, 4, he's going to activate his buff, and then we're going to carry on. So from this point, I'm going to hit the one on top to make sure everything's in the clear. I'm going to put on auto battle. So the whole thing is to keep them separate. I'm probably not doing it properly. I could manage their counters differently, but you don't want to be getting hit by the counters over and over, as you guys can see. So now I'm going to lose a ×3, but I did lots of damage with my final boss Xion. We lose 3 strength, but because we have that upright strength buff, we're doing more damage than they're healing, and that's all that matters, is that you're doing more than they're healing. That's what's really, really important. So you guys are going to see again, we're at 85. We're going down every single turn. Again, we either rely on defense boost or you're getting your second chances. So this is just RNG over and over. If you guys have pet rank 5 and the second chance, you have more chance of surviving here. Or like I said before, defense boost 2 max. So I can't hit this guy over here. I'm going to put him down to 1. So I'm able to heal through that, get hit, and he's gonna lower it by 3, so I'm still gonna have 3 strength on me. This is the scenario you want to have every time, and then when you activate your 0.2 Kairi again, you're back to normal. And that's why you always want to keep them separate. So now I'm at times 7, so I'm gonna continuously go through a good rotation until, like you guys saw, they get taken out. Now there might be times where it screws up and you have to use Nova to move their counters a little bit, or they might heal more than you did damage, but that's because you have to put their counters back into a proper position. But you guys can see we are going lower every turn. We're at 64 HP bars now. They're going to heal. They're not going to go near... Oh, wow, he doubled his thing there. But anyways, you guys saw what I did. It's basically that you want to make them separate. You want to make those things separate, but I don't have Defense Boost 2 Max on here, so I can't really show a full clear while recording, and also I don't know where my computer's going to crash or not, because it has crashed. I've attempted this recording like 5 times already. So, just keep doing that. You want to make sure that one counter is higher than the other one, because you never want to be debuffed at the same time. So there you go. That's how you guys beat it on a free-to-play account without without Kairi EX or Xion EX. The more strategies I come up with, the more I'll do. But it's mostly just make sure you manage their counters. You just got to manage your counters so they don't debuff you at the same time. Technically, you could activate your metal over here. Like if you do have SDG, does 7, so you can reset their counters, but you're taking away their debuffs, and then your metal over here, your 3rd attack metal, is not benefiting from Master Era's debuffs that carry over. So that's why I'm not activating his special, but it could work out as well. Either way, that's my setup for the free-to-play, guys. It sucks that this wasn't posted earlier and it's been so screwy. I'm going to be surprised if this even uploads. But if you guys have any more strategies, leave in the comment section. A lot of you guys are using Kairi EX and Xion EX. A lot of people are still not able to pass it with Kairi EX or Xion EX. I will have a video up with that if you guys need it. Let me know in the comment section. But the whole point is that if you guys do have a strategy with Xion or Kairi, then let us know in the comment section. Make it as free to play as possible, even though Kairi EX and Xion EX are not really free to play, but it's better than nothing. If you guys got one with a 0.2 Kairi setup, drop it down there as well. It's basically just have a way to stop their debuffs to happen. That's it. Besides that, Defense Boost 1 and Defense Boost 2 is more than enough as long as it activates. And if you have Max, you're in the golden. So, if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to hit the like button. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Keep on smiling, and I'll see you in the next one, if everything doesn't break.